Now we would like to invite Kun Nattavee right here. She is from Sang Sawang Church to hear how Alpha has impacted her life and her church. And she has a lot of amazing experience on her guests coming to faith through Alpha and a lot of testimony. So we're so excited to chat with you. And you mentioned that Alpha is a good tool in gradually transforming your church culture, right? And your local community.
Yes.
Can you share more about that?
Okay. Thank you and greeting to everyone. I would say that my church is a Presbyterian and Baptist church, so it's quite traditional. But what I see Alpha did change to the church culture. It's like from people that move from watching and sitting. When we say like for evangelism activities, most people will not like participating much, and when we talk about the event like evangelist event, mostly what we used to do is just inviting people like famous people to come, and then we ask the church member to invite friends to come. So the activities will be just only sitting and watch and see what happened and just listening. But for Alpha, this move from watching to participating and getting involved. So the church members changed from uh, uh, just being like passive to proactive more. Like we just starting to invite friends, and Alpha help us a lot because it's very easy tools for us to invite friends to just come and just eat dinner together, chit chat. And this changed a lot. We see new coming, and we see like the church member, they love to serve and they love to help in Alpha.
Amazing. That's so, yeah, I love that passive to proactive, the key transformation right there. And you mentioned about your church is a Presbyterian church, it's very traditional church, and you share with me also like the experience of the Holy Spirit, right? Maybe can you
Yes.
share more about that?
Yes, when talking about Holy Spirit in traditional church, you may have a picture that we're not really familiar to the Holy Spirit, and we not really talk about the gift of the Holy Spirit. We rarely know that the gift is still exists or not. But I don't want to blame the church because it's just the style of the church, and it's
Yes,
nothing
understand.
wrong
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
Yes, but with Alpha, we starting to see that God is still working in his miracle ways. He is still at work for the miracle. Like the gift of the Holy Spirit is being redeemed back to the church when we work with Alpha, like Alpha weekend for the Holy Spirit weekend, and with Alpha like healing night, like is God still healed today, healing today, and we see the work of the miracle of the Holy Spirit through the events. I would say the example of like uh for the healing, like for the week that is God still healing today. We in a guideline they say that the staff has to gather together and pray and ask for the word of knowledge that there will be any sickness tonight. And I can say for one example that
Yes.
we have a list, right? And it's very specific. Like one example that I hear the word of knowledge that God will heal a person that has a sore arm, left arm. It's very specific. And uh when we say the list, people come out, and after we finish, we ask people to share. And that lady came out and she said that she has a sore arm in her left arm because of
Wow.
the accident. Yes, and she never tell anyone. So it must be God, only God to know this. So the church starting to believe that yes, the gift of the Holy Spirit still exists today. We can hear God directly, especially the word of knowledge, and we can help people, and we can reach out, and that people start to feel and experience Holy Spirit, like through the Alpha weekend. The people that never touched by the Holy Spirit, they touch, they overwhelmed with the Holy Spirit. Yes.
Really beautiful. Yeah, maybe a final question is, do you have anything to add of how has how far impacted your church?
Yes, I would say that the church becomes very lively, moved by the new believers that coming, and uh, we see that Alpha is the Alpha creating the space for us to build new leaders, because in traditional church we may not see a lot people in serving it seems like the ministry limited for like worship, sermon, and just reaching out, but not much. But in Alpha we have new serving area like cooking, washing dishes, like welcoming people. And when we have new believers come in the church, we see that people like enjoy like welcoming and being their friends.
Thank you so much. It's really so inspiring for us to hear. And thank you so much for your time in sharing us. Thank you so much. Khap khun ka, Khun Nattavee.
Thank you, ka. Bye bye.